We work with like Rihanna.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Now, that's a crazy story. Okay.
Okay.
Me and Stargate are sitting there. We're making some beats. And we loved this one. And I said, oh my God, we got to send this to like Eminem or Kanye. We like sent it. Paul Rosenberg, Eminem's manager, was like, we love this thing. Fast forward like 8 months. Sia's in the studio. She'd finished all of her music for the day. And she was like, I'm going to call a car. She called a car. They said, oh, the car is like 18 to 20 minutes away. I said, okay, I guess pull up another thing. We pull up the beat to Diamonds. In 15 minutes, song, lyrics, melody, full demo, done. Okay.
Insane.
Her car gets here. She had a few minutes to spare to go to the bathroom. I remember Stargate was like, we're going to send this to Rihanna. And I was like, I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't. I was like,
Well,
let's...
also, you really looked up to Eminem for the longest time, right? And
Yeah, I just like didn't hear the song. Sometimes you don't hear the song. And I was just like, I don't know. I don't know if this one's like our best. Maybe we should send something else.
Oh,
yeah.
got it.
And then they were like, you got to trust us. You got to trust us. And I said, you know what? You guys know Rihanna so well. Let's see what happens. And then I remember getting the call. Rihanna loves this. She wants to cut it. And I was like, shit, okay. And then I remember I was randomly with Sia and we get a call and they said, she cut it last night. It's coming out on Monday. And I remember being in a meeting with a record label and they were like, yeah, Rihanna's looking for songs. I don't know. We're going to put something out in the next 6 months. The label didn't even know she was putting that song out.
Wow.
Okay. I remember listening to it and just being like, oh my God, this is like the biggest song in the world. Randomly, around the same time, I get a call from Paul Rosenberg and he's like, hey, Em really loves that beat. And he's like, I think he might be like doing something to it. And I was like, wait, what? I was like, I haven't heard from you in like a year. Rihanna's putting the song out. And he was like, what? No. And then I was like, what? And then somehow it all worked out. Rihanna puts out the song like 3 days later. It becomes the biggest song in the world.
By far.
Once her voice was on it, she's so good at bringing a song from like a 7 to like a 500.